visiting team, Shalimar. Number 21, Brody Harrell. Number 2, Tristan Malaho. Number 15, Wade Harrell.
Brody, get out there.
Number Number 16, Maddox Gentry. Number 10, Garrett Meggs. Number 5, Jack Harrell. Number 7, Benton Bailey. Number 99, Chase Malaho. Number 11, Lathan Waters. Number 8, Tyler Rojar. Number 20, Cole Rojar. And number 1, Shani Kidder. The manager is Todd Harrell. Assistant coaches are Joe Rojar, Tony Bailey, and Jason Meggs. Home team is Port St. Joe. As I call your name, please go to the line. Number 5, Cade Costin. Number 13, Caden Brown. Number 1, Eli Harris. Number 14, Terrell Williams. Number 8, Angel Mace. Number 6, Zay Jenkins. Number 12, Easton Buchanan. Number 4, Jaden Reese. Number 3, Darian Cherry. Number 24, Casey Ashcraft. Number 9, Costin Marshall. And number 7, Straighten Levens. The manager is Mark Costin, and the assistant coaches are Harold Williams, Shanika Williams, and Shanika Williams, and Ben Ashcraft. Play ball.
All right, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the 2017 Florida-Dixie Youth Baseball AA Machine Pitch State Tournament. I'm Mike Rideout for JockJive.com. Another pool play game between Port St. Joe and Shalimar. Long day for Port St. Joe. They had to finish the game that was delayed yesterday because of weather. Port St. Joe beating Holmes County 8-2 this morning. Port St. Joe came back and fell to Franklin County 11-9 in the previous game, and now getting set to take on Shalimar here in their third game of the day. Port St. Joe 3-1 in pool play. Shalimar 0-4, but they were competitive in their last game, losing a close one to Liberty County by the final score of 10-9. Just heard the starting lineups for both teams are about set to go. By the way, the traditional bracket is set. South Sumter will play Bartow tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on the Kiwanis field. Sebring will play Lake Placid right here on this field, Elks Field. And this game between Port St. Joe and Shalimar was supposed to be played on the Buzz Field, but they moved it here to the Elks Field. And we're about to get started here as we wrap up pool play in the B division. This will be the final game for both these teams in pool play. Shalimar won't make the bracket, but Port St. Joe in pretty good shape to possibly get a number 2 seed. The loss to Franklin County was big. Franklin County moved to 4-0, but they've got a tough one against Fort Meade. We'll try to get a final of Fort Meade's game against Holmes County. That game is taking place now, and Fort Meade is 2-1 entering that game. So you could have 3-1 Fort Meade and 4-0 Franklin County, and a big one coming up today at 4:30 to determine who might get the 2 seed, possibly even a 1 seed. Once again, we do have a 1 hour and 30-minute time limit. That means we can't begin an inning after the 1 hour and 30 minutes is up. Maximum number of runs you can score is 7 unless we get to the 6, which is highly doubtful based on the time limit. And it's an unlimited number of runs that you can score if we reach the 6th inning. That time limit will be lifted for the bracket games once we get into bracket play tomorrow. So we're ready for baseball. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be. The shout-out number for this game, area code 352-258-8450. 352-258-8450. Send your shout-outs via text message as Brody Harrell approaches the plate. And we're set to begin with Sam Rudd, our home plate umpire. Brody Harrell starting at first base today. Will step in left side. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way. That's taken for ball 1. Each batter gets 5 pitches. You must make contact on the 5th pitch. Mercy rule also in effect. 15 runs after 3, 10 runs after 4. Next pitch taken for ball 2. So wrapping up pool play with Franklin County, Fort Meade, followed by, or along with Liberty County and Holmes County. Both those games are at 4:30 today. Bouncing ball past the pitcher and into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Brody Harrell. Shalimar with their leadoff guy on base, and that will send up Tristan Mahowald, the pitcher. First pitch taken for ball 1. Or goes to second, not in time. Harrell now in scoring position. Well, Shalimar has improved throughout the tournament, as this one is fouled back for a strike. They scored a combined 3 runs in their first game, and then in their third game, they scored 4 in a 12-4 loss to Franklin County, followed by the 9 runs they scored in the loss to Liberty County. That one is fouled off first base side. 2 strikes on Mahowald. Fourth pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, and there's your first out of the inning. 1 out, 1 on for Wade Harrell, the catcher. The manager, Todd Harrell. Assistant coaches, Joe Rojas, Tony Bailey, and Chasen Meggs. Pitch to Harrell, taken for a ball. Once again, the lineup for Shalimar: Brody Harrell, Tristan Mahowald, Wade Harrell, Maddox Gentry, Garrett Meggs, Jack Harrell, Bentley Bailey, Chase Mahowald, Lathan Waters, as that one's grounded to second, off the glove of the second baseman, who will have no throw. It'll be an error. And there are runners on the corners with with 1 out. The rest of the lineup: Lathan Waters, Tyler Rojas, Cole Rojas, and Channing Kidder. Maddox Gentry to the plate. He's made some nice plays defensively at shortstop in this tournament. We'll take the first pitch inside for ball 1. The runner will go to second and get there without a throw. Shalimar threatening with 2 runners in scoring position. Ground ball to the shortstop, who knocks it down, throws to first, out at first base on a close play. And they also keep the runner at third base. 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning. That sends up Garrett Meggs, the third baseman. Two-out pitch. Off the glove of the catcher. The runner's thinking about coming home, but he'll stay at third base. Harrell back to the bag. Harrell at third base. His brother Wade at second. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. The run will score. The throw goes to third to keep the runner on the bag. Base hit for Garrett Meggs, and Shalimar takes a 1-0 lead. Jack Harrell is the batter. Jack Harrell, left center fielder, showing bunt. He'll pull the bat back and take a ball. Runner goes to second to put runners at second and third. Harrell at third, Meggs at second. And Jack Harrell with a strike. Fourth pitch coming up for Jack Harrell. Popped up in the infield left side. The shortstop going down to his knees, not able to make the catch. The throw to third, and they're going to get the out at third base. However, the run will score as it came across the plate before the out. So that'll be an E6 and then a 6-5 put out for the third out of the inning. Shalimar does play 2 runs. We head to the bottom of the first. It's Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe coming to the plate right after this timeout here on JockJive.com.
Coming to Sebring for the Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Mike Reinhardt back here in Sebring as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Shalimar with a 2-0 lead. A couple of hits, also a couple of errors, helping plate those 2 runs. Cade Costin will lead it off for Port St. Joe. In Port St. Joe, 3-1 in the tournament. Shalimar 0-4 in pool play. Shalimar would love nothing more than to get a victory to head back to Port St. Joe with. Or to Shalimar, excuse me. Port St. Joe has already clinched a spot in bracket play. First pitch taken for ball one by Costin. Mark Costin, the manager. Assistant coaches Harold Williams, Shanika Williams, and Ben Ashcraft. Cade Costin, the pitcher. And he's going to bunt. Third baseman up with it quickly. The throw to first will be in time. 5-3 put out for the first out of the inning. That will send up Caden Brown. Brown also showing bunt, pulls the bat back and takes ball one. Bottom of the first inning, Port St. Joe batting, trailing 2-0. Game scheduled for 6, but again, we do have a 1 hour and 30-minute time limit. A 1-0 pitch to Brown. Brown, the catcher. Actually, timeout call as our center fielder ties his shoe. Port St. Joe yesterday won all 3 games. Well, they won 2, and then they finished up the game from yesterday as that one grounded to the pitcher, and a throw over will be in time. 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning. They finished up the game that was supposed to have played yesterday, so it put them at 3-0 before they lost to Franklin County in a matchup of district rivals. Franklin County and Port St. Joe met in the district tournament twice. Next batter, Eli Harris, the starting first baseman. And Franklin County with an 11-9 win to move to 4-0 in pool play. Right now, the only undefeated team, as that one's fouled back. St. Joe looking to finish 4-1 and maybe get the 2 seed. Popped up into center field and then over the head of the center fielder who overran it just a bit. And going into second and rounding second and going to third, he's going to chance it. Well, they throw to third and he'll scoot back to second base. Eli Harris flirting around on the bases there. Does get a 2-out double as that ball never hit the glove of the center fielder. And here is Terrell Williams, the second baseman. Looks like our center fielder may have gotten shaken up on the play. So Eli Harris at second with 2 outs. And the tying run at the plate. Terrell Williams, the second baseman, wears number 14. Once again, folks, if you like to send a shout-out, send it via text message. The number for this game, area code 352-258-8450. 352-258-8450. Currently 93 degrees here in Sebring. That one's popped up into shallow center field. It will drop for a base hit. Harris will hold at third, but the other runner will go to second. So runners at second and third for Angel Mace. hoping for a 2-out hit to tie the game up. Chance of rain, but it looks like it may not come until maybe the early evening. Let's hope we can get through without any of the wet stuff, or lightning for that matter. Actually, that's what delayed us initially yesterday, was the lightning. Next pitch to Mace is fouled back. You can hear our crowd mic and the wind blowing. Right now, the flags on the poles aren't moving. I do see a little movement in the trees. Popped up, left side to the shortstop. And the catch is made to end the threat. No runs, a couple of hits. No errors, and 2 left on base. We've completed 1. Shalimar looking for its first win in pool play, leading Port St. Joe 2-0 right here on JockJive.com.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and, by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway.
Kent Bailey with a hit over to first base, and Bailey going to reach, actually going to be out at first base. I am obstructed from first base. I can't really see if an out is recorded unless I see the umpire make the call. But the out was recorded for out number 1. So 1 out, Bentley Bailey, the first out of the inning. Here's Chase Mahowald, the right center fielder. First pitch taken for ball 1. Defensive changes for Port St. Joe. Number 24, Kaysen Ashcraft, has gone into right field, and number 7, Stratton Levens, or number 9, rather, Costin Marshall, has gone in for Stratton Levens in right center. Swing and a miss by Mahowald. Shalimar with a 2-0 lead. We're in the top of the second inning. Wrapping up pool play today with bracket play coming up Monday and Tuesday, and the tournament will end on Tuesday. And then it's off to East Lakeland. T-ball in majors. JockJive has also added coverage of the Dixie boys and junior Dixie boys in Spring Hill beginning on Friday night. Swing and a miss. Let's get to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450, 352-258-8450. Grammy and Papa Waters watching in Alabama. Good luck, Shalimar, number 11, Lathan Waters. Thank you for that. Swing and a miss, and Mahawal out on strikes, 2 away. We'll send up Lathan Waters. Base is empty. First pitch taken for ball 1. Timeout by home plate umpire Sam Rudd. Going out to the pitching machine. And it looks like they're going to make an adjustment. Shalimar leading it 2-0. I'm not sure why the players are leaving the field, though. I don't think it takes that long to fix a machine, does it? Got to have your catcher out there. Somebody's got to catch the ball from the machine. Well, they're telling the player to go to the dugout, and Shalimar's coaches have offered to help out. That pitch a little bit low, so they may continue to make a minor adjustment. I just saw Justin Olam behind me, so I will try to get a final score from him for the game he just broadcast. Let's get to another shout-out. St. Joe, great playing against Franklin. Don't let it get you down. You boys are playing great. Keep up the good work. Go, Jaden. Appreciate it. Once again, the Franklin County Fort Meade game and the Liberty County Holmes County game are at 4:30, but the Liberty County Holmes County game has been moved to a different field. It will not be played on the Buzz Field today. It has been moved, I believe, to the Kiwanis Field. Yes, to the Kiwanis Field. And you got Franklin County and Fort Meade on the JC Field. And then that'll wrap up pool play. They're done in the traditional. Bracket is set for tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Bartow and South Sumter on the Kiwanis Field. Sebring and Lake Placid here on the Elks Field. The top 2 teams advance to the World Series in that bracket. Still making an adjustment to the pitching machine. And hopefully we will resume here shortly. Well, folks, if you would like to purchase a DVD copy of this game or any game, just email us, info@jockjive.com. It's only $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. The games are also archived. Just go to the spot that you watch the game live and watch the archives there. If you need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archive, you can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, GCAA, Georgia Military College, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highlands Softball channels, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. Also, don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We are trying to reach 10,000 likes this summer, as well as 1,000 Twitter followers. We need your help to get there. When you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Not sure that we've resolved the issue yet. The players are still in the dugout, but it does look like we might be ready to resume. Yeah, here come the players. You have to forgive Port St. Joe if they're a little slow coming out of the dugout. This is their third game today. Long day yesterday. They were here for a 9 o'clock game this morning. Lathan Waters, the batter, with 2 outs. Base is empty for Shalimar, leading at 2-0 in the top of the second inning. I think they'll do one practice here with the catcher. Well, that one's across the plate. Look good. Lathan Waters, the starting second baseman. This one's fouled back. I believe this will be the third pitch coming up. Waters got a piece of it. 2 strikes now on Lathan Waters. The bracket a little bit different in the B division, because you've got, in the traditional bracket, you've got the number 1 seed from Pool 1 playing the number 2 seed from Pool 2, and vice versa, for 1 and 2 from the pools. The 1 seed in Pool 2 plays 2 seed in Pool 1. But in the B bracket, as that one is fouled back, you got the number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That'll be on the JC field. And then on the Buzz field, you'll have the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. A winner's bracket game and a loser's bracket game at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll be back on Tuesday to wrap it up. Swing and a miss. That's the third out of the inning. Shalimar goes quietly 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe nothing. You're watching live coverage of the 2017 Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch State Tournament from Sebring right here on JockJive.com.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of JockJive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
All right, welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Shalimar with a 2-0 lead. Defensive changes for Shalimar. Tyler Rojas has gone into the game for Bentley Bailey in left field. Channing Kidder is now in the game in left center for Jack Carroll. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Port St. Joe. Zay Jenkins to lead it off. Port St. Joe had 2 on with 2 outs, but couldn't score in the first inning. They trailed 2-0. Jenkins will take the first pitch for ball 1. Next pitch, swung on, popped up. Shortstop on the move. And on the run, catch is made by Gentry. 1 away. That sends up Easton Buchanan, the center fielder. Final score to pass along. Fort Meade, a winner over Holmes County, 12-8. So Fort Meade, 3-1, will take on 4-0 Franklin County in another good matchup. Swing and a miss here by Buchanan. Third pitch coming up. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One out, base is empty for Port St. Joe. That one is taken for a ball, so this is the 5th pitch. He'll have to make contact on this 5th pitch. And it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Two outs for Jaden Reese, the left fielder. First pitch is taken for ball 1. Port St. Joe down 2 runs here in the second inning. Reese with a swing and a miss. least amount of runs that Port St. Joe has scored in a game is 5, and that was a 5-0 win against Fort Meade. Right now, Fort Meade's only loss. Popped up the short. It'll take a convenient hop. The throw to first. Close, but in time. Boy, a really close play. Beat him maybe by a half a step. 6-3 put out, and the inning is over. We head to the third. It's Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe 0. Pool play here at the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AA Machine Pitch State Tournament.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night, and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@jockjive.com.
Bottom of the order for Shalimar. Tyler Rojas to lead it off. Once again, folks, if you'd like to send a shout-out, the number is area code 352-258-8450, 352-258-8450. Swing and a miss by Rojas for strike one. Shalimar with 2 runs in the top of the first. It's the only scoring so far in the game. Next pitch, big cut, swing and a miss for strike 2. For Port St. Joe, Austin Marshall and also Darren Cherry back in the game. Swing and a miss at the next pitch. And that is your first out of the inning here in the third inning. 1 out, bases empty for Cole Rojas. He's got to tuck his shirt in, though. Don't forget, coming up at 4:30, Franklin County versus Fort Meade. That'll be a good one. 4-0 Franklin County, 3-1 Fort Meade to determine the number 1 seed. Swung on and fouled off. Got a piece of it. And then Liberty County also will take on Holmes County. Holmes County, with the loss to Fort Meade, as 1-3 in pool play. So your top 4 teams right now: Franklin County 4-0, Port St. Joe is 3-1, Fort Meade is 3-1, and then you got Holmes County 1-3. That's a slow roller, but foul on the first base side. Next pitch to Cole Rojas. Foul back. 1 out, base is empty. We're in the top of the third. Bouncing ball over to second. Throw to first, low, but in time. 4-3 put out, 2 away. That will send up Channing Kidder, number 12 hitter in the order. Shalimar looking for its first win in pool play. They came close last game, losing to Liberty County 10-9. Port St. Joe came within a couple of runs. 3 runs, in fact, of being undefeated. They're 3-1. The pitch to Kidder. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. This is swung on and got a piece of it. Shalimar, though, has improved, as I noted earlier, in this tournament after scoring just 3 runs in their first 2 games and then 4 in the next one, 9 in the next one, and last one just a 1-run loss. The 2-out pitch popped up left side of the infield, drifting over is the shortstop, and the catch is made. Zay Jenkins makes the catch on the run in fair territory. Nice play for the 3rd out of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 3rd. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It remains Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe nothing. Pool play here in the B division. Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch State Tournament here on JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of JockJive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Port St. Joe will send up batters 9, 10, and 11. Darian Cherry will lead it off. Port St. Joe looking for its first run. They had 2 on with 2 outs in the first, but couldn't score, and were retired in order in the second. Shalimar has been retired in order the last 2 innings. Our lowest score of the tournament was a 5-0 win for Port St. Joe over Fort Meade. First pitch to Cherry. Taken for ball 1. You know, it may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from youth sports to NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country. popped up but out of play. Whether it's a large production or small production, tiny venue or huge, we can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info@jockjive.com. This one hit out into left center field and off the glove of the left center fielder. That's going to roll all the way to the warning track. Cherry's going to cruise around second. He's heading for third. The throw to third, and they got him out at third base. Close play, but in time. One out for Kason Ashcraft. Well, taking a gamble there. I don't know if his coach was sending him or that was Cherry all the way, but had a chance to have a runner at second to begin the inning. We keep having some Shalimar players run on the field here at the last minute. The pitcher and then the third baseman. Next pitch to Ashcraft. That's taken low for a ball. 2-0 Shalimar. Here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. It's going to be a busy but fun month of July. Again, hard to believe that the year is already half over. But we do have a lot of fun stuff coming up. Florida and Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournaments and World Series events. Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series events. Got a piece of it. Fouled it off. And then a busy fall, too. SWAC football, soccer and volleyball. Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACCC Game of the Week, and more. Strike three, Ashcraft out on strikes. 2 gone. Let's get back to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450, 352-258-8450 as Costin Marshall steps in. I noted earlier, interesting that Port St. Joe has a Cade Costin and a Costin Marshall. They're both spelled the same way, C-O-S-T-I-N. Wait for this pitch and we'll get to the shout-out. Swing and a miss. This shout-out for Lathan Waters, number 11. Good luck and we love you from Aunt Maggie, Uncle Brian, Aiden, Emma, and Ben. Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Next pitch to Marshall. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now. Next shout-out says, go Port St. Joe and Easton from Jared and Mariah in Weewahitchka, Florida. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's almost a 1-2-3 inning. You had the leadoff error, but Cherry was thrown out at third base. We move to the 4th, and Shalimar still leading it 2-0 here on JockJive.com.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Mike Rideout back here in Sebring as we head to the top of the fourth inning. For Shalimar, top of the order. Brody Harrell to lead it off. He singled and scored back in the first. A 2-run first inning, and that's been the only runs for the game. First pitch is taken for ball one. Next pitch to Harrell. Foul back. Looks like they are about to get started on the field to our left between Liberty County and Holmes County. Also Franklin County and Fort Meade in behind us. Swing and a miss for strike two. And then that will conclude our coverage in pool play. Bracket play begins on Monday morning at 10. Swing and a miss. Harrell is out on strikes. One away. Tristan Mahowald steps in. He struck out his first at bat. One-0 pitch. That one lined right to the pitcher who makes the catch almost on his backside there. Coach helps him up. Good play by Cade Costin for the second out of the inning. That sends out the number 3 hitter in the order, the starting catcher, number 15, Wade Harrell. He reached on an error and scored in the first. Takes ball one. 2 outs, bases empty for Shalimar, looking for its first win in pool play. Be a nice upset. Give them something to look forward to on the ride home. Talk about their big win. This one's popped up right side, and a diving attempt by the first baseman, but he couldn't come up with it. Eli Harris, good effort. Just a foul ball. Get back to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450. This one says, great job out there, Maddox Gentry, number 16. Love Mom in Texas, Powell in Alabama, and G in the Panhandle. How about that? He's got someone watching in Texas, Alabama, and Florida. Go Wildcats. This is the last pitch coming up. Harrell will have to make contact. The 2-out pitch. He lines it to short, but another great snag. This one by Jenkins. 1, 2, 3 inning. Third consecutive inning that Shalimar has been retired in order. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Port St. Joe will send out batters 12, 1, and 2 when we return to Sebring right after this here on JockJive.com.
The official sports web streaming provider of Dixie Youth Baseball is JockJive.com. Now, you don't have to miss the big game, whether in another part of the state or another part of the world. Catch Dixie Youth Baseball on JockJive.com, and when the game is over, the joy of listening and watching the coverage has just begun, because every game broadcast by JockJive is now archived at its conclusion. Plus, you can catch the game on your mobile phone or iPad. JockJive.com, the next best thing to being there. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the Triple-A Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Stratton Levens leading it off for Port St. Joe, 12, 1, and 2. Port St. Joe still looking for that first run of the game, as that one is lined foul up against the netting above the first base dugout. Port St. Joe has had a couple of opportunities. They had 2 on with 2 outs in the first and failed to score. Darian Cherry hit a ball off the glove of the center fielder and tried to stretch it over to third, but was thrown out at third base. Otherwise, they would have had a runner at second with nobody out, and then the next 2 batters struck out. That was last inning. Next pitch to Levens. Swing and a miss. First out of the inning. And that sends up Cade Costin as we head to the top of the order. Cade is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third his first at bat. Third baseman playing in a bit. He's charging in as Costin shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes ball 1. Let's see if he tries to bunt here. And that one hit over to second. Throw to first will be in time. 4-3 put out, 2 away. There's our next shout out. Just a note, Cade Costin and Costin Marshall on the Port St. Joe team are cousins, and the Costin being the family name. All right, thank you for that information. Nice to be able to put that together now with the 2 Costins. Caden Brown, the batter, and he grounds it to the shortstop. Scooped up over there by Gentry. The throw across will be in time. Maddox Gentry has made a bunch of big plays in this tournament. And for the second time today, Port St. Joe is retired in order. We've completed 4. It's Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe, nothing. The Wildcats looking for the upset here in pool play.
To Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Folks, don't forget, if you'd like to purchase a DVD copy, it's only $10 per game. For more information, email info@jockjive.com. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We appreciate you guys doing that. You can also stay up to date with what's going on, not only at this tournament, but we've got East Lakeland coming up, the T-ball and majors tournaments, followed by AAA and O-Zone in Mariana the week after that. Maddox Gentry, who made that play to end the inning, pops this one up but out of play on the rooftop here in front of us. Gentry 0 for 1. He grounded out to short his first at bat. Here's a shout out to Angel Mace. Dad wishes he was there, but I'm still watching thanks to JockJive. And you are welcome. Thanks for tuning in. This is popped up, but again, out of play. Top of the fifth, Shalimar with a 2-0 lead. Gentry lines that one just foul down the line, third base side. Our next shout out, Stratton Levens. Daddy and Mrs. Brittany love you and are watching you. Let's go, St. Joe, number 7. Thank you, guys. If you'd like to send a shout out, the number 352-258-8450. Send your shout outs via text message, 352-258-8450. We'll try and post the shout out numbers. We'll be down to 2 fields, so 2 numbers. In fact, as that one has hit foul out of play. But 4 fields again tomorrow for the 2 brackets. So just make sure you send the shout out to the corresponding number. Once we get to Tuesday, we're down to 2 fields. So we'll have 1 number for the traditional bracket, 1 number that you send shout-outs to for the B division bracket. Ground ball, it hits the pitching machine. That'll be a dead ball single for Maddox Gentry. So a leadoff base runner for Shalimar here in the top of the 5th inning. the way this thing is going, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we're going to play 6 innings. Port St. Joe may need 6 innings today to try and pull off the victory. Garrett Meggs pulls the bat back. Runner's going to second. The throw wide of the bag. Boy, this would be a big insurance run if Shalimar can get it. Meggs singled in a run back in the first. Ground ball left side to the shortstop. Kind of took a funny hop there. The throw to first will be in time. Actually, the runner will hold at second base. 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by the shortstop because it initially went one way and then bounced the other. Jack Harrell, the batter. And he swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul to third. Harrell reached on an error by the shortstop, his first at bat. And a good bunt, third base side. The throw to first, low, but they got him. Nice play by the catcher. Hayden Brown gets the put out, 2-3. Sacrifice bunt. And Gentry now at third base with 2 outs. Here's Bentley Bailey, hoping for a 2-out hit. Trying to bring that third run across the plate. First pitch taken for ball 1. Next pitch. Grounded to second. Actually, the first baseman over to get it. It's a foot race to the bag. A close one, but in time. Nice play by Eli Harris. 3 unassisted for the third out of the inning. Shalimar threatened, but they failed to score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It remains Shalimar 2, Port St. Joe nothing. Back with more baseball from Sebring right after this timeout here on JockJive.com.
Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series? The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
All right, welcome back to Sebring as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Two 2-0 Shalimar looking to pull the upset. Eli Harris, the batter, pops this one up but out of play. Defensive substitution. Chase Mahowold is in left center for Jack Harrell. Harris doubled his first at bat, was left stranded at third in the first inning. Port St. Joe left 2 on. But they haven't had that many base runners. 2 in the first, and then the hit by Cherry as this one's grounded, this time off the glove of Gentry. So let's see if the error opens the door for Port St. Joe. Leadoff base runner to start the 5th inning. But other than Cherry, who was thrown out trying to go to third base on the play to start the 3rd inning, other than the 2 Harrison Williams hits, that's it. Throw to second will keep the runner at first base. Terrell Williams, the batter. Tying run at the plate for Port St. Joe. That one is swung on and popped up into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Runner going to second. The throw close, but not in time. So Port St. Joe, for the first time since the first inning, has 2 on base. Let's get back to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450. As the next batter, Angel Mace, steps in. He'll take ball 1. Actually, this is not a shout-out, but you can send a shout-out, 352-258-8450. Angel Mace popped up to the shortstop his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. That hit opposite way. Look out, Coach. You know, Coach over there, he was dancing around at third base earlier in this tournament. He's letting Angel know, hey, buddy, don't make it so close. I'm not looking to do any more dancing over there. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher, fielded by the second baseman, who will throw to first to get the out. That will actually be scored 1-4-3 on the putout. The runners advance. So runners are at second and third. As good as a sacrifice there. Now you've got 1 out and both runners in scoring position for the number 6 hitter in the order, shortstop Zay Jenkins. Jenkins popped up to short, his first at bat. So the tying run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch taken for ball 1. And based on our time, it looks like we will play one more inning. Our lowest scoring game of the tournament. Next pitch, swung on and a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Tying runs coming to the plate. The throw won't be made. It's 2-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Zay Jenkins delivers, driving in 2 runs with a base hit. And actually, Jenkins is going to go to second and get there safely. Port St. Joe is on the scoreboard and now with a chance to potentially win the ball game. The fans have come to life. The chant, "Let's go St. Joe." Easton Buchanan, the batter, struck out his first at bat. Runner at second with one out. Boy, how big was that missed opportunity in the top of the fifth inning? Gentry was at second with nobody out, but they failed to score. Two-two ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch to Buchanan. That one hit the opposite way. That's a fair ball. It's past the third baseman. Base hit for Buchanan. And he'll take off and slide in safely to second. Runners at second and third for Port St. Joe. Chant of "Let's go St. Joe" from the dugout. Port St. Joe starting to come to life a little bit. They're maybe getting that second win. Cherry races to the on-deck circle. Jaden Reese with an opportunity to maybe have the game-winning hit. He'll take the first pitch for ball one. Again, based on our time, looks like we still will have an opportunity to play one more inning. But the way this game is going, one more run may win it. Jenkins at third, Buchanan at second for Reese. 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. He's going to bunt it up in the air, foul to the backstop. Port St. Joe looking to move to 4-1 if they can find a way to win it. Shalimar looking for its first victory in pool play. There's a shout out, rally, rally St. Joe, and shout out to third base coach Ben Ashcraft from his company Gulf Coast Vacation Rentals. Swung on and fouled back by Reese. Reese working with 2 strikes and only 1 out. Remember, the inning began on an error at shortstop. A lot of times the error will open the door. Swing and a miss. That's a big out. 2 gone. And a game that doesn't have walks, errors are huge. Darian Cherry with a chance to be a hero. Remember, he drove one deep to center last time up. Center fielder couldn't make the catch, but he tried to take it around second into third and was thrown out at third base. Two, Port St. Joe and Shalimar in the bottom of the 5th inning. Next pitch, fouled off behind home plate. Shout out says the dancing coach. Yes, we were actually kind of joking about that before the game when he brought his lineup up here. Get to another shout out after this pitch. Cherry got a piece of it and fouls it off. Our next shout out, we love you, Port St. Joe. You little guys make us proud. We can't be there, but want to let Cade Costin know we are watching live, and you make us very proud. Love you bunches, Uncle Brad, Aunt Alicia, Peyton, and Presley. Thank you, guys. This one's been a good one. Started out 2-0 in the first inning, then no scoring here until the bottom of the 5th. Port St. Joe with 2 runs. They've got the potential winning run at third. Some insurance on base as well. He got a piece of that one to stay alive. So Cherry will have at least one more opportunity as long as he can make contact here. Our catcher a little bit shaken up. Wade Harrell. Eli Harris and Terrell Williams have scored in the 5th. Not sure if Harrell got hit by that ball that was fouled off, or he says, no, I don't want the towel. Possibility could be overheating. I mean, again, it's a hot day, temperature in the 90s. Looks like he's okay, though. He's been that way a couple of times. When he's gone down, he's kind of turned down any kind of help. The 2-out, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Cherry out on strikes. So we'll head to the 6th, all tied at 2 apiece.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@jockjive.com.
All right, here we go. Final inning of play. Top of the 6th. At least the final inning of regulation. Chase Mahowell will lead it off. Batters 8, 9, and 10 for Shalimar. We're tied at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss by Mahowell, who struck out his first at bat. Shalimar looking for its first win in pool play. Port St. Joe still hoping to get a 2 seed for tomorrow's bracket play. Takes that one for a ball. Wildcats had a big opportunity last inning as Maddox Gentry led off with an infield hit, stole second, was at second with nobody out, but a ground out, a sac bunt, and then another ground out ended the inning, and Gentry did not score, was stranded at third. Shalimar struck first with 2 runs in the top of the first. Port St. Joe scoring 2 in the bottom of the 5th to tie the game at 2 apiece. Looking forward to bracket play tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. That one is fouled off, got a piece of it. Actually, must have missed it. Thought he had gotten a piece of it, but that will be your first out of the inning. One out for Lathan Waters. Struck out his last at bat. Here's a shout out to Darian Cherry and the Port St. Joe All-Stars from Uncle Sandy and Auntie Missy. Let's go St. Joe. Don't forget, folks, if you would like to purchase a DVD copy of today's game or any other game in the state tournament, just email info@jockjive.com. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That one lifted just foul beyond the third base bag. All of our broadcasts are archived. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage to watch the archives. I want to wish everyone a very happy and safe 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We'll be here in Sebring calling the action on the 4th. There's strike 2 to Waters. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Waters is out on strikes for the second out of the inning. That sends up Tyler Rojas. First pitch. Slow roller to the pitcher. Bare hands it. Throws to first in time. 1-3 put out. And the inning is over. And for the 4th time today, Shalimar is retired in order. A chance for Port St. Joe to get a walk-off win. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Port St. Joe 2, Shalimar 2. Pool play here for the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch State Tournament here in the B Division.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of JockJive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. An opportunity for Port St. Joe to win it, or if they don't, for the first time in this tournament, we'll have extra innings. Bottom of the order for Port St. Joe. Jason Ashcraft, will lead it off. Back to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450. Here is a shout-out to Kaysen Reed Ashcraft. Love Presley. Thank you, Presley. Bennett McNair and Carson Polaronis. Actually, that is not my game. That's for the Seahawks game. I'll send that to Justin Olam, who is calling the game. Those other games are underway. Franklin County and Fort Meade, and Liberty County and Holmes County. We'll update you later on the Facebook page with the schedule for tomorrow for both the B Division and the traditional bracket. First pitch to Kaysen Ashcraft. Well, they're going to just wait till this throwdown, and now we'll be ready to start the bottom of the 6th inning. the bottom third of the order is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. But if someone can reach base, you give the top of the order a chance. Ashcraft trying to bunt it. Probably a good idea here. The third baseman charging in. He did offer at it. Missed it for strike 1. 2-2, bottom of the 6th. Ashcraft bunts it foul. Port St. Joe trying to win it in their final at bat. I'll take that one for a ball. Don't forget, our coverage begins at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll have winners and losers bracket games to follow at 12:30 on all 4 fields. Popped up, left side, foul territory, but the third baseman can't get to it. 5th pitch coming up for Kason Ashcraft. So he's got to make contact on this one. Next pitch. Fouled off. Costin Marshall on deck. And as we've learned, as I learned today, Costin Marshall, cousins with Cade Costin. Thought it was interesting that it's both are spelled Costin. This one's fouled back. Good at bat here for Ashcraft, staying alive. Nobody out, nobody on. 2-2 game, bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. There's your first out of the inning. You know, even though Port St. Joe scored 2 in the 5th, they had runners at 2nd and 3rd and couldn't get that go-ahead run. Costin Marshall steps in with 1 out. Both teams have kind of had opportunities in this one. Port St. Joe had 2 on with 2 outs in the 1st and couldn't score. And Shalimar had a runner at 3rd in the 5th and couldn't score. Swing and a miss by Marshall. 1 ball, 1 strike. If we do play in the 7th, 11, 12, and 1 will be due up for Shalimar. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Big swing there by Costin Marshall. And he fouls it back to stay alive. They'll have to make contact here. 1 out, base is empty. Port St. Joe looking for a walk-off win. Popped up, left side, past the glove of the third baseman. Gentry's throw to first is not in time. So the potential winning run is at first base with 1 out. A little soft pop-up was enough. That sends up Stratton Levens, and barring a double play, the top of the order will come up. First pitch taken inside for ball 1. Levens also a strikeout victim. Swung on and foul tipped. The 1-out pitch. Foul back. Strike 2. Port St. Joe 2, Shalimar 2. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Shalimar looking for its first win in pool play as that's fouled back. Port St. Joe hoping to finish 4-1 and get the number 2 seed. Although I think, we've got a situation where if Fort Meade were to win, that would put Fort Meade, Franklin County, and Port St. Joe, assuming they won, all at 4-1. Tiebreaker, as that one is grounded foul to first. Still a lot of scenarios, but no reason to worry about it until this game is over. That one hit to third. They're going to go to second for the force, and it's off the glove of the second baseman. That will send the runner to third. The throw to third, not in time. The other runner will go to second, although that run will be insignificant. All you need is one. Fielder's choice and an error, and the top of the order is coming up with a chance to win it. 1 out for Cade Costin. This is where you got to be smart on the bases. Port St. Joe and Shalimar tied at 2. 1 out. Winning run at third for Costin, who is 0 for 2 in the game. He's grounded out to third and grounded out to second. You almost feel like if you put the ball in play, maybe you take a chance and send the runner home. First pitch taken for ball 1. Looks like the outfield is playing a little bit shallower. Next pitch to Costin. Ground ball to the shortstop. The run's coming home, and the throw will send the runner back to third. So a good heads-up play there by the base runner to recognize the throw home and retreat to the bag. That loads the bases for Caden Brown. Brown also 0 for 2 today. Well, now you've got to come home, both the runner and the throw, because you're unlikely to get a double play. The first pitch taken for ball 1. Caden Brown pointing to the sky, looking to be a hero. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. 2-2, bottom of the 6th. Port St. Joe with the bases loaded and 1 out. Next pitch to Caden Brown. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. He will fire it home. And they get the out at home plate. 6-2, fielder's choice. Well, the throw gets away. The runner's coming home, but they'll send him back to third on the throw home. Boy, you'd hate to lose on a throw in the infield like that. Nice play by Shalimar to quickly get it in. 6-2, fielder's choice. Base is loaded for Eli Harris. Harris doubled back in the first inning. He's also reached on an error. A base hit wins it. First pitch taken for ball one. I like the fact that the pitcher, Tristan Mahowald, is running all the way to his catcher to get the ball. You don't want to take a chance and throw it away. 2 outs. 2-2 game. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch to Harris. Swung on and popped up in behind second. It drops for a base hit, and Port St. Joe wins it. RBI single for Harris, and Port St. Joe will win it by the final score of 3-2. Boy, a great game played by Shalimar. They nearly pulled the upset, but 3 unanswered runs will win it for Port St. Joe. 2 in the 5th and 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. What a great game here in our final pool play game on this field. We'll keep you updated on the JockJive Facebook page with our bracket schedule for tomorrow. So make sure you check us out on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter so you can keep up with that information. This one a final 3-2. Port St. Joe gets the victory here in Sebring. That's going to conclude our coverage on this field for today. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for bracket play. Until then, for all of us here at JockJive.com, I'm Mike Rideout saying so long, good night, and God bless.